Well guys, here we go. The reviews for Thor Love and Thunder are officially coming in. And looking at about 10 of the top reviews that came in, we can kind of gauge the general consensus of what this film has to offer. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the agenda. Nobody knew really what to expect from Thor Love and Thunder. Of course, we do get the return of Taika Waititi, but they said it would be a different Taika film. Now again, whether you enjoy this or not, it's going to be up to you. What I'm doing here is talking about the first roughly 10 reviews that I saw that I kind of, read over and gather the general consensus. I try to find the good reviews, the bad reviews, and everything in between to kind of add a mixture in there just to see what most people are saying. Essentially, what we got here from what I've seen is visually, the film is amazing. It's more of Taika delivering his style like he did in Thor Ragnarok, but visually, there's a lot more money and time spent on delivering what people would want from a film that goes out there and focuses on the, the insane, if you will, aspects that aren't so ground to earth, which, again, I think that's what many of us were looking for. Now, some of the bad is, well, honestly, I saw the length of the film get brought up, people saying that it is very rapid fire and that it does move fast, but in my opinion, again, I'll gauge that for myself. I know some people said Doctor Strange 2 moved way too fast. I honestly found it to be perfect for me, so I guess that's up to the individual, which again, some reviews say that it's perfectly paced and that the action and how fast it goes feels welcome and works in terms of what the film is offering. So with the good and the bad out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about the bad. If you don't like the type of humor you got from Taika before, it seems like that you're still gonna get plenty of that. Although it's not as humor-filled as the last Thor outing, it's still very much in the DNA of Taika's films, which, again, it's the same director, so I wouldn't expect anything too different. What I did gather from all the reviews is that there is actually heart in this film, and that you can feel it in the scenes where you need to feel it, and that honestly really comes through, and the character development and character moments shine through, which again, that's great in my opinion. But there is one thing that stood out to me, and it's not all reviews, but I've seen it, and that's Marvel Studios pushing the agenda. Now again, we know this film is going to have representation. We know they're pushing women as strong. So that's for you to decide whether you're going to believe that or not, whether you're committed to the MCU thing or not. Again, I haven't seen the film for myself. I can only speak for myself, but the one thing I'm most excited about in this film is Jane Foster, because she's the only Thor character I like. I know. Well, I like Loki in the MCU, and I liked his last couple runs in the comics, but generally, Thor doesn't appeal to me. None of his world really does. So, again, the good, the bad, and the agenda, it's all here, depending on what perspective you look at it from. But one thing I did get a chuckle out of is the fact that even some of the people that were saying, well, the film does have this issue and that, they still gave it a pretty decent high score, which tells me that the film is overall good. I mean, there's only a couple reviews I'm seeing that are coming in as I'm doing this that are like, it's not my favorite, but it's still decent, which, hey, rather take that than another, I gotta put it in here, sorry guys, than another Eternals, am I right?